Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know. Oh, you're my thing, you know.
Yeah, fema ye wo London. Ya jia basobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mransemu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nyeden kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi ti se child care eye abofrahwe mu awarja ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe nia ya wo bremu enu ntin ye to ye mboase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner Ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra. Upe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors die ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas ni appeals. Yen senior partner eye member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wunni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa nonkron pe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm ena memene danso eye appointment nkoa free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground nswa eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office, ni solicitor
ayena ewimo ayekusu enso to aneto enti mesrew ene ubia dress yi na nsu ankobro se wo amrera nso amepato kwan watam sane be ya ubetimi abue na odi asiwu so na otimi akura office no aye adwuma ne kama ne ni bia frifie na bi America se gidi kyerese me ko wura me kamu hwie no wa moko anopai bawura Tottenham High Road so ena kyerese yakofa BWF Solicitors Edinburgh anopai ena wo hwesane ya lawyer Eunice apasie trap polish no twini trimi no me hunu say na me describe no me share dem bisa ho asem he say enye easy no pay the free wonu bi na ka kire ne say onfa afidie no nto Rainbow Radio International Facebook no ye twagu yiran uduru ho a enioma me yensa ena ye bisa afiri ho number 1 obe share number 2 no like it number 3 waja wo comment ho and none of paying so bet me the insembisa ni bi afa Facebook ho ni ye ready ni ye de ma lawyer Eunice ni we you are not kama ka hunu say Rainbow Radio ye ba FM no so 92.4 8050 and they equia no we are ko na ko fatu on na search ye na pie aneoma no bo say yes I'm part Rainbow Radio ya jini tini ewo baby biara ye kubia she no nso mami na hunu say enne no mene lawyer ebedi enkomo afa emra ensem ho enti ka kire wunu na nkrata na kamu awade na aye bibi basa no kai hunu say enne ye de hu waye ebebro lawyer Eunice me pacho me mawachi ema wakwaba
Major so prophet pacho hu ye de
nyame adom me pacho woni atiefo enchia na mami 1 minute
okay pacho you me chia ye tiefo ni na nkrofo amuten Rainbow Radio International so me chia mu ni na me dan yamnya se say me ni na mo hu ye and mo abeka yen sa your viewers nkrofo amu hwe yen Facebook live and YouTube so me chia mu ni na and I hope say mu ni na mo hu ye to say your prophet eka no insio ne to obetse wo ye news ewo UK from ha almost say it's because of the fact say area no ba na ebo hihye makrampo inti almost we host pipe ban because in still levels near river Thames and other rivers no and shut down doors inti almost host pipe ban senya yebetumi reserve yensuo ni bi ba insuo no ataway there when him say ya menshira nkwa we are hoping say insuo no better once in a while senya reservoirs and your river levels no ebe costo kakra because say host pipe bans are oko shops no krampo na ukoto nsuo a almost say you can only buy this number of packs. Want to mean more than this number. And unless I offer that number of packs, otherwise, almost ton in no out. Into UK Chrome had the so and some I think a crap. But apart from no, I'm hoping say Obia we are all still dealing with the levels and living prices and yama cost so you share the fact that even strikes can say cost no your real bosses no I think say my young commuters and crop train any buses no almost share that and share na here more kakra because we need say no and so yama bebre but at least say when you be mon koso enka say at least you be and yema 1 year inti yen hwe their government no be na say pay rise bi bem bioma na yetumi aka say okay omonye hu bibi but at the moment strikes na dorsum and I know say it is all because of the living prices are cost no. But I hope say in the next few weeks and other months no be calm down on the strikes now at least for real drivers no so ebe prepare say almost so able to me aye omedwuma no say yen commuters no so yes ye ni beje na inyema atoto na akwemu prepare into saying every week no your updates na also with your main topic in terms of your updates no you share any updates titri but I would say in terms of nkofo a omo share applications de to home office for in definitely their response bro, and this is something that they are doing currently. Into say all train with decision and I say with the work application akotum na or I train almost 9 months, 10 months, 12 months na what did they say still na almost fashion buyer definitely no, they will respond. They are beginning to respond to a lot of the applications, whether 2.5 and I say application why you will fear or say they are starting to make those decisions into say why letter before claim and I say why complaints na ebia unya mboaya, be rest assured say definitely the home boy everybody. Yes, it's still on their website and they say processing times will take longer than the usual. Into still no hosta, but they are starting to make those decisions into yenshena at least within the next few weeks no say won't be out definitely over to be a free home office for and chain. And then I know say in regards to conformal person applications with priority service and so sometimes of course application or say standard application fee, and they don't give the priority service application fee. Into a beam so and it depends on the timing during the day. I think say sometimes no so almost share Crawford do almost person almost apply using the priority service, and at some points during the day almost use our service because of the fact that Crawford be here service no. It depends on the timing, it depends on the day, and also I think say you should be giving yourself more time into wouldn't say or application now obey no or no ebewu echna won't train until and there and yeah application now one can say what priority service. You will start from last month to say oh yeah application so that at least the priority service nibia over to me in terms of priority service no there then you should be making the application way ahead of time saying over to me priority service no so ebi. And then when it comes to EA nationals in saying EU nationals almost say UK Chrome ha into Nkofa APA either pre-settled, which is limited leave to remain, and answer limited leave to remain, which is settled status UK Chrome ha say opesa Nkofa we busini ever join still na acquire eda ho over to me a day or honkafo and answer wo ba and answer wo mami and answer papa abeka ho. So you can't hunka for ye can say sa nipa na over to me actually say worry no before 31st December 2020. And no sa no say over to me actually say na worry no before that time no na worry no and I say more relationship no it so ho mo da so kasa mo womba enkeka ho no. Then of course, so your application for EU settlement scheme family permitter na on way to me I granted signing panel 6 months family permit. But say you'll be a worry no after the 31st of December 2020 dear and then nipa chrono everybody appendix FM immigration rules no as say where they will have to meet the immigration status requirement, the financial requirements, English language requirement, accommodation, any relationship requirements na into say application na it is always important say over seek legal advice say which application to make depending on time or and then of course if you are making the application also I know say under the EU settlement scheme no free, but say under Appendix FM there home office fees no ebi wom kakra because wait here Home Office application fee assign it to ya immigration health surcharge and also into so we share and also in terms of the fact say who EU settlement scheme application there and there's no fee attached, but all year based on your Appendix FM there and the fees no can call over £3,500 because all your application no under your Appendix FM of the immigration rules. And then lastly but not least, in terms of Nkofra ABA air train appeals decisions into ABA Wako courts the court decision Akacho say we've allowed your appeal into all train Home Office for implementation into Home Office no share that Emma or biometric card and I say share that any email correspondence Embro say nimpa no ne passport Accra Visa Center for and now crampo say in-country application into all train crampo no aka say issue with limited leave to remain and I say with indefinite leave to remain and I still get it back say yes our implementation letter now you can always phone them to find out the correct emails. The one person then you can phone them to find out the correct email, which you can email them to find out about them issuing Viginet in your passport and I say residence card so if it comes to Nkofra ABA ama lawyer aye ejuma ama dia and their lawyers know every who say betumi atro afa sa implementation also, but always keep in mind say about outside UK applications their implementation no before COVID and I said before all of these other issues no always the implementation outside the UK no not a check a crack. I don't know why that is the case. I don't know whether it's because it is not UK have fun dealing with it now. I call yes Ghana fun dealing with it, but always implementation outside of the UK has always taken a long period of time. Into say almost almost chase for Viginet no and I say permit and I say visa na some of them are then you can give them some time because for some reason it takes time for them to issue it answer na I can say for our passport ebra into passports no the qua answer na I can say okay within 2 weeks or 3 weeks before our passport no, but it takes them a longer time to issue that command to visa center for us to ask for your passport to be brought to them and see and break a crack the side email no be send also over to me a follow up in terms of passport and I say visa now or requesting also into Prophet Pacho Major Wahana Yatwaso with your main topic. Prophet Pacho Temenka. Okay.
Yeah. Temenka, very well.
Okay. In terms of yeah.
Mami, 1 minute. Mami, 1 minute.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF Solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our child care and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.
Education, additional, Edibro, lawyer Abebo and Yamabisuna, answer a member lawyer, I call the second point no sono. Mammy Miss a lawyer. Now, say we see priority no na omayi afriho. Na sesika na omoji. Na didn't also me brio.
Say nkrofo na omo ye adwuma no so. Say omo need enough case workers to take on priority cases, then it will mean say application no ebada hosa something which is supposed to take within 24 hours no after your biometric appointment no ebia na omo enya case worker obetumi ayes that decision within 24 hours no na akwache because ye nim of nkrofo omo etiaka for priority service ebia 3 months later still na omo ntehwe. I think say it is a good practice for them to remove it where they don't have caseworkers that on way to me are taking on the case. And yet sometimes I always share in conform with to me. I Juman also.
And yes, a lawyer, you to your priority service in India. And ye caseworker, you look on with me. Am I one so far not your team with the amount?
Government say utia priority service and only say omodema. Sometimes they can refuse because ABA went to me and she said meet requirements need na. And say utia priority service na and only say you are guaranteed an application which will be successful. It is just to say currently no because person will be training see utia priority service say you will be to me any decision no in Temara, but and yet to say guarantee if I can say because wait your priority service they mouse straight away and to say sometimes in Crawford ebufu say refuse on application na it's almost as if into sika way ni na shegu, but it is all because when it comes to people waiting no, they don't want to wait and see it is better for them to pay for the priority service saying your own way to me and know how they can plan ahead and see sana akoye.
Lawyer nanka ewo me question mu say me busaw na wanya de afa ho no because one say obi o wa also metua priority service na metua priority service no sika no dawso ne ehun nioma na nokra no o ma amfa amame eninti nanka me bibisa wo say na priority service in wutua eye guarantee ninti na make sense nka priority service die and you say manya priority service case worker no offer we case we a priority pine now the man we a priority pine now the man we a priority pine anti-semitic near all tribunal asia the fact is say with your priority service doesn't mean say you be guaranteed because it was a case worker no ofhwehwe o documents na wo pese mu hu say ampa application na kwayi dia ba no will be all the criteria into requirement into the same yemfama no enti me pa se metua priority service no ne ya amfa mame a mesika no ahye anade na metimi aye wo
ampo we sika na ahye omo ntumi mfama wo back the only thing na omo de be ma wo back wo immigration health charge wo IHS no because omo refuse so application no enti no wait to me e dey amount back na crampo say ebia utia based on ebia will login details are separate from application no enti nkofo wait to me etia IHS no separate from time omo ye application no ebia say no na oye na opese wo sign ye application no bioma and there say omo amfa IHS na ma wo back wait to me use the same reference number. But usually, so utia priority service any application fee dia no ye mfa ma ubiom IHS ne pe na refundable nti so fa ne sa na wo san tia biom na omo san hwem biom ma wo.
Lawyer, any group we ombeji sikapa.
Oh, of course. Omo just sikapa because omo say omo here nti omo beje pa.
Na uhwe kwanya nkrofo fa so gi edigi sika ye tua sika Africa ni yesu and I heard the law no ebi mfa ye ho ana.
I think say like what I think Theresa May was saying when they implemented immigration rules in 2012, no, the whole point of them creating those immigration rules was to create a harsh system where Nkofo will feel uncomfortable to come and live in the UK illegally. Nti se wo betina hanom illegally na obewo ana se we obi aware no na oyi application na omo pa say we don't want to condone that behavior. Nti yebema fees na kosro say yesi ye 2,600 na o nisi asika ne dia and ye say na ontna ekrom ha but say wo was asika ne dia and ye obetua a continue to until we indefinite. It is all about creating that harsh environment where Nkofo but now will chrome illegally. Yes, say when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Obia chrome ewo nembra ne nhihye ya omwo ewo ho. So almost say na say yeah and the sana omo epese ye diso. Yeah.
Lawyer said Ubia Krum Nemra and ye crew near Yambrani, lawyer, Mati, and none of pay yendi and commo and far. When can I apply for indefinite leave to remain on the base of my priority life? And then I pay Yane lawyer Eunice from BWF Solicitors. And yenemu enya nkomotwitwi legal education hour se unyama wunua bi emetie ya twenebra ebia no kura no indefinite leave to remain kura wapahun koshi amafo be bisa be pri lawyer minya me document say the time ben and ametimi I apply for this and then yenya lawyer Eunice yemfa nkobo no na yentoa nkomo no so lawyer me pacho fanden komodie no brai ne enko
Patrio. Say okay, if we are looking at applications for indefinite leave to remain from Nkofo private life route no so. Say over share immigration rules na first you say under paragraph 276 ADE say we akola watna ekrom ha for at least 7 years na obetumi actually say it will be unreasonable for you to leave the UK. Now, wait to me, I application under the private life. And I said, oh yeah, obi already 18, but under the age of 25. Now, wait to me, actually say, what's not a chrome have for more than half of your life? The end the omobema or a certain so ever chrome ha. And I said, oh, say, oh yeah, obi already more than 18. But what's not UK a chrome ha for more than 20 years and also for 20 years and more. Now, oh yes, our application no based on our private life. And then now the certain also amount. That was under your paragraph 276 ADE. So say their very own appendix private life. A church mu senya omo betumi ama wo asetena for 2.5 assign ama wo asetena for indefinite leave to remain. But what is so special about this appendix private life say the fact that they have made it a priority for nkola omo under 18 to be able to apply for indefinite leave straight away say omo edi 7 let's look at what private life for people who are applying under the settlement route is. Say the new application forms for Nkofo settlement applications no, especially in Crawford under 18 and now say in Crawford under the age of 25 but above the age of 18. Were 2 different application forms that to me afele into say over to me actually under your Appendix Private Life. Say wobano wawon wo krom ha ebia wo no wo krom ha 2007. So they will do more than 7, but still now or under the age of 18. Inti na o chere almost say sa akola na we di 7 no and I say we di more than 7 no ye wo no krom ha time na ye wo no na watna a krom ha for a continuous period of 7 years. Inti o chere almost say since his birth, because Mbrano say to me say since ye wo akola no obetumi a chere say watna a krom ha mpempenso for 7 years ansana ebia wo ye ne first leave to remain application amano and na krampo say oni leave ni bia as long as you are able to show say you will no krom ha watna a krom ha for that 7-year continuous period na case worker na or share sa application no does not have any reason to think say sa akola no cannot leave the UK and there na say omutumema sa akola no indefinite leave to remain. Obi bisa me say I ne ba no wo no krom ha or de no call Ghana. Ebia once in a while no or de ne ba visit. Wan sheda ama akola no ambetna e krom ha. Be den na sa akola no ebetumi enya ne indefinite because wa akola no krom ha. I said to nimpa no say untumi enche say from the time I wo akola no up to the 7th year na akola no e wo krom ha what's na krom ha for that continuous period of 7 years ebe den say to me I ama sanipa kono and I say to me ama sa akola no indefinite leave to remain unless you are saying say when I okoye akola no udita no ma obi into sa akola no obi a ohwe no school letter no be bi and I say GP letters crampo be bi because akola no oko primary school or his and abia oko GP once in a while abia yansha dan fa na nko GP most of the time into akola we definitely no you betumi a kire say since year 1 no watna ekrom ha for that continuous 7-year period into sa na etie dia and yet na would case worker ne say there's no way as akola way able to me a free a chrome ha because akola no na ote a chrome ha with obi inti say bibi nia we to me a say na oda so et a chrome ha but akola no na onti chrome ha and the case worker no beka say no onti chrome ha anyway ye wo no chrome ha but obi to me as anko ne chrome na o free buy no inti yentumi emfa indefinite ne ema no but say obi a ebia ne mama ne papa asan abebetena ekrom ha ebia omwo enya leave to remain on another route be so ebia skilled worker route be and as a student route no so na omo hwe senya ebia kola we ya mewo no okrom ha metumi ayeden an enya setena no so ebi amano. When it comes to inkola omo under the age of 18 na omo hwe say sa akola na ye wo no krom ha no so obetumi a kire say watna ha continuously since ye wo no then they can grant that child indefinite leave to remain and to sad dia and they will share ye requirements for eligibility for residence which is leave to remain dia sa akola no able to me actually say what's not have for that continuous period of 7 years where of course Yebeka said it would be unreasonable for Asa Kolana to go back to Nukrom now or free no and I said baby ne mama ne papa e free air bano then yebe to me ama akolawe another 2.5 years but when it comes to indefinite leave to remain no then they are very specific about the fact say akola no say otumi kire say since ye wo no na oti krom ha into watna ha for that continuous period of 7 years, and then the caseworker will have no reason to say akola application or refuse it because there's no way akola no able to me actually say or better so atna ekrom ha. So it is important say your application for indefinite leave ama akola ne dia and they would stress since ye wo akola no na akola na atna ekrom ha for that continuous period of 7 years. Into every year bia or documents are over to me actually say na onono akola no ete UK krom ha. Say aba akola e bia nyawo no wo krom ha into why 2.5 ni bi wakofa wo ba no aba wo ba no yama no 2.5 ni bi the same as you into o kire say akola we ya yanwo no wo krom ha yama no 2.5 years yasai ama no another 2.5 years say akola we say opesa o your application because of the fact say still or you under the age of 18 na wetumi actually say was satisfy a qualifying period of 5 years there omobetumi amano indefinite leave to remain because akola no etumi actually say when you 2.5 for 5 years and say 5 years na ye kano what's not have for that legal period there and they say omutumi de mano because oyakola nyanwo no wo krom ha say akola no edi more than 18 na akola no is still under the age of 25 na ono so ebetumi akire say ne mama anase ne papa ena ede ne baaye watna ha maybe more than half of their life or kire say at least say ohwe his residence watna ekrom ha ebia more than 5 years legally because ebia otumi ye 2.5 ni bi for more than 5 years into ebia na okoje ne fourth one ena oti say we so ewo homa no into say sa akola no ebetumi akire say ono so emiti that 5-year qualifying period requirements na ono so ebetumi ayesa application for indefinite leave to remain. Into Imbrano is specific about nkola yawom wo krom ha and I say nkola na yawom omo outside the UK but still na omo ye under the age of 18 and I say above the age of 18 but under 25. Into say obetumi akire nkwan dey say ebia because we are under the age of 25 ebia won't not have more than half of our life. But the very fact say when you have a qualifying period of 5 years, Ninti, over to me, I yes application for indefinite leave to remain because you are still under the age of 18. And now say you are more than 18, but we are under the age of 25. And no son, and I say to me, say you have lived here for more than half of your life. And to say what Chromo say, ebia oba krom ha time udi 10. Sisia we di 21 into because we di 21 into what's not a UK hanom for over 11 years into is more than half of life because over no now we di 10 into we di 21 ni what's not a chrome ha for more than half of our life which is 11 years and then in the last 5 years and I say in the last 6 years no we apply for 2.5 nibi almost the 2.5 no so amount into almost the 2.5 way no ama with dear no na we application no for indefinite leave to remain say we 2.5 na ebia afa na ukoje wo next 2.5 into by the time obeje wo second 2.5 no ebia na wa 25 because of the fact say almost the first 2.5 no ma wo ebia na we di 21 into we call for second one no ebia it might be say 25 no ebeton into say 25 no to dia eno no sa no omuka say so yes application for leave to remain, and I say so yes application under the private life route now. Omobema another 2.5 because of the fact say bia went to me meet the requirements now almost because still now requirements necessary say so what say we are 18 but still under the age of 25 answer na over to me I application or as a young adult for indefinite leave to remain. And I say oh say we are young adults and I say we are kola with the 18 and I say more than 18 but still under the age of 25. Now why you GCSEs ever chrome her, why you A levels ever chrome her. Now at least a home certificate and now transcripts. Then you can show say English language test that we are here for GCSE and I say for A levels no and no able to me emit common European framework level B1 and I say be an impacrono or buy no antino home and shedda uncle school nibi ebia or your GCSEs no crampona one shedda into me and ye English no inti sesana etie dia and the sanipa no ese okoye sa English speaking and listening exams nibi na otume say we nya level B1 for English speaking and listening exam no say obetumi nso a definitely no almost say sanipa na we di more than 18 but still under the age of 25 no sanipa no should be able to show say or also your life in the UK test into say we a young adult under the age of 25 but more than 18 there and no no na say we yes our life in the UK exam. In Crawford now we are exempt from the life in the UK exam any English language test no and Crawford we are under the age of 18 into say we are under the age of 18 and I say 65 and over there and no no on sa English language and I say on sa life in the UK test no be say ebane say why your test no 2.5 now no ebewu but won't to mean pass life in the UK and your leave is about to expire. Yes, our application no for the residence requirements to be met into so we can say now person we indefinite leave to remain but when to me and pass life in the UK test then it is better to say over yes 2.5 nibium rather than say oh koye indefinite leave to remain application where to me meet life in the UK test and after to me meet English language test. I don't know no as long as you are still over the age of 18 but under 25 now say meet half the life test no on when out when half nibium omo kase because now you were suitable for indefinite leave to remain into omo mouth chance not to do the life in the UK test there be so koye the leave to remain application senya be overstay because as much as possible no opeso ultimately say you are living in the UK legally into say when to me and pass their pound now what was so on the 2.5 no so because of the fact say break people now reasonable excuse within 14 days the NCR went to me and yeah will application now we leave now one akoye to say all sign asha sebium into so one person say na basis there and then na what was so with 2.5 nessa but so would you say we obia over to me actually say what na half for more than half for life now what qualify for that continuous 5-year period it means say then they can grant you indefinite leave to remain as long as over to me meets our requirements no say ebia obia over the age of 18 ebia when sheda meets requirements no for that 5-year qualifying period into ebia unya asitna no for 5 years continuous period and I say oye obi under the age, over the age of 18 no onye start life in the UK and as onye start English language no, and then you are also somebody who because of the fact say want to mean say what's not have for more than half of your life ninti usually no so to make sure say what to me at na a chrome ha for a qualifying period of 20 years into start 20 years no wo chere say because wabetna a chrome ha for that period of time where for instance what to me actually say because of the fact that matna ha a pempenso 20 years ninti monsign Emma me 2.5 nibium. Under the Appendix Private Life, Roots for Settlement, no, Emma ho kwan say obia ebia oya above the age of 18 onto me meet requirements for 7 years continuous residence because oya kola, and I say half or life test because oya 18 but under the age of 25. Maho kwan say after a qualifying period of 5 years no na why indefinite nti nkofo free a omo bisa say na sa new immigration rules na aba for private life no me amatena ha 20 years omo be ma me indefinite na unfortunately no it doesn't give that provision for nkofo a omo atena ha 20 years to just apply for indefinite leave straight away and I say after 5 years nti so to make sure say what that 10-year route no so answer na obeye wo application no for indefinite leave to remain. I know say ebimodre say oh it is something that has been mentioned generally on abia.gov.uk say obi our private life route no so able to me aye application for indefinite leave to remain but o share immigration rules, private appendix, private life now, the requirements for obia already over the age of 18 or to me meet the eligibility requirements for the 10-year route no able to me application no for indefinite leave to remain because of the fact say all meet requirements no as a child and now say as a young adult. Into say only meet requirements no for child and I say young adults ne there and they no understand children say wait to me at na 10-year route no so for that continuous period and no they are not very strict in how you got your 10 years into omwaka say abia 2.5 first one now we you know abia say parent route no so and I say partner route no so and I say ubenya will last 2.5 based on our private life ewo chrome ha. Wait to me a combination of all of that because wait to me actually say when you 10 years ewo chrome ha. Inti ebia with 2.5 na when you sisi ano na ebia na first 2 years and I say first 5 years na no na oda partner route no so but when you partner no muni hobium inti say to me aye application no based on wo private life no and I will sign ya another 2.5 I would ya another 2.5 biom inti when you 10 years and so per se omo emma star indefinite leave to remain and so almost so to me I combine it will leave to remain now wo no different routes no so as long as you can show say what now continuously for that 10-year period no to me indefinite leave to remain but it has to show say at least the last application for 2.5 no na private life route no so intina yes application no for 2.5 year leave and I said yes application no for indefinite leave to remain. Say omo share dientia ebia omo betumi refuse obi on an indefinite leave to remain application there and the ebaya bibi to say the fact say sa nipa we no when to me and she said what's not her continuously for that 10-year period into ABR requirements not just say so share continuous residence. And I also want to me and she said every year be what's not chroma. And then it's not just the fact that we say every year be what's not chroma. Almost person who say the year now we will say what's not chroma no. You haven't been absent from the UK for a period of 6 months. Until say me say matina ha let's say 20 years. Now me pese me chiro mo say matina ha for that continuous 20-year period. Manko baby a manko Ghana ansan am be rem bio. Matina ha san for that 20-year period. And they say me to me chire say for every 6 months of the 12-month period no na me will be bichire. Into ABA me wo bank account a me biye into bank account na me biye no me wo bank statements me to me actually say every 6 months bia no na me wo ha ana say me ko be a GP into GP no na me ta call GP into me to me enya letter ana say medical records ebe to me actually say na me ta call GP hono. And now crampo say ebia wo buy no na wa register wo phone into na wo either pay as you go and na say wo sa contract no so into no so sa no wo betumi age wo phone contract to show say na wo to chrome ha because we bill statements no we share say na of course we use to phone na wo tua bills ebim so to me ya evidence from council because ebia na omo use the council dying and I say na omo ye ejuma until they can use evidence of ejuma na omo ye and the fact say ebia omo P60s and I say P45s say na omo ye ejuma ebo krom ha because they want to know say ampa wait to me actually our continuous residence whether we obia what's not chrome had 20 years we are above the age of 18 and I say we are kola crampoa we are under 18 but we say na from the time I year no to the age of 7 no na what's not a chrome have for that continuous period of 7 years. So you are showing them say my documents are medical school any into na omoma me timely reports into no HSA na every term bia me was school and I say letter crampo HSA school no na omunim say wa enroll from this date to that date into omo HSA sa kola we no ye nim say na oba school ha from this year to that year and na crampo say with GP no so so omo ta hu so a almost so able to me actual home letter say akola we nim no na wa register e GP practice higher debi ane mama and ne papa de ne ba appointment into order so a patient e ye GP surgery so o per se almost 3 years na omunim dia then usually it would mean say they will have to print out your medical records and no sano would show in detail appointments are oba no because omo betro dates no e was so into dates no and e betre say sa nimpa we so or say what's not a chrome have for that continuous period there and the dates na ye no any to show say what's not have for that continuous period into enyama bia wo bia no obetumi e de a kire senya omo betumi so aka say oh nimpa we ampa yesumi ehu say what's na a chrome ha for continuous period of 7 years and now say what's na a chrome ha for more than half of their life because na ebia in the school no atumi actually letter ebia when your qualifications be in see the qualifications na when you know said na this number of years no na oti chrome ha the first passport na or the buy here no dates na or the room any other things are nipa chrono area because I know say nkrofo every omo GCSE na omo person omo betua school no so some people will do apprenticeship ebi so be call na washa say with ejuma inti na washa ejuma ase inti no sa no omo be wo ejuma letter any pay slips any omo bank statements omo betumi dia chese na omo asha say with ejuma. But let's also bear in mind say as of 2015 when Immigration Law Act of 2014 came into force no na of course nkrofo bebre ejuma, but when it came into force na omo nkrofo a omo te ekrom ha illegally ne ehun say ejuma wen for no omo betumi stop people from working, because then they gave employers the powers to be able to remove such people and also report such people to the Home Office. Because first, there was no penalty, and I said there was no consequence to an employer employing Obia owning Krata. But since 2015, then every employer had to make sure say the employee na or employee na or Krata, because the na Home Office ebe who say employee Obia owning Krata to me a final 20,000 and more. That is for each illegal person also employer no. Of course, since that time employers have become stricter and conform into me any juma to be able to support themselves. But if there is any other evidence signing panel such as a sorry for crample letter to show say sa nipa we or ye volunteer or ye enyema bebre ewo sorry, and I say charity shops and I say organizations omo bo ankrofo say wo de wo hu kwashem na omo so betumi atro letter ama o say sa nipa we yenim from sa date way to sa date way into ye betumi atre say sa nipa we no or ye obi a watna ekrom ha for that period of time. And now Kwampo say during that time no so wabenya partner wabewo and also start no so able to me abwa in terms of what say what's na ekrom ha for that period of time. Into sa na etie dia na odisa letters and statements and documents no aka ho say oh yeah wo application for indefinite leave to remain. Either say we are watna have for a continuous period of 7 years since a year wo. And I say only a kola ye wo krom ha inti wait to me actually say we are kola when ya continuous qualifying period of 5 years into wetina krom ha no na omo ama osa 5 years continuous residence, but still na you're under the age of 25 and so person year application for indefinite leave to remain and no sano na o documents actually say what now have for that continuous period of 5 years legally, and also sano why your life in the UK what so I GCSE and A levels English and I say 1 year and no be why your English language speaking and listening ni be into what pass what umama level B1 why your life in the UK o there no so almost say meet some more requirements into umama indefinite, and I say we do more than 18 but meet have the life test, and I say meet that continuous residence of 7 years test into almost say what when you 10 years into 10 years no so no or indefinite leave to remain. There's also the route for enkola ebia omo mame anasa omo papa eda private life route no so into say me amewo 2.5 maybe menya under 25 but me akasa no mawo and I'm hwehwe senya metumi enya 2.5 ni bi ama me ba no eno no sa no dia me wo no 2.5 na me wono omo de and also be ebe ma me ba na ma wono e wo krom ha into say me ye me wo 2.5 based on my private life na ma wo dia and there's akolano so ebenya sa 2.5 as long as I'm able to show say many akolane papa ye will leave e will chrome ha ana say me nkwa na mehwe akolano nti me akolano sole parent ana say ne papa efrim nti me nkwa na mehwe akolano nti etisa dia sa akolano so ebetumi enya the same leave na wo mama ana say papa no so owo nti they have made that provision for Nkolano under Appendix Private Life, So if you look at it in general, then it's helpful for Nkofwa, Ebia, Omoye Nkola, Anase, Omoye Nkola, Omwedi 18, but under the age of 25. So why is that 20 life residents a chrome hard dear and them in Pamucho Bebre so to me say what's legally for that 10-year period answer wait to me application for indefinite leave to remain. But the good thing is say they will count any leave that you have outside of the private life to the 10 years senya over to me akwaje will indefinite leave to remain. Inti prophet Pacho Maminja no hana yen twice with your phone calls because I'm sure say ebim so be to me I should mark I say okay me what question we and ask a question say me person need this.
Yo emo mame lawyer yeda wase anopai die wasa hwi enioma agu edi amaye sania wasa yetoto enioma na enkrata asem no yenso yetimi anya bi edi abo yehu akra anopai kai hunu se ha aye Rainbow Radio International ha ena yedi emremu ensem edi bro yawo da bia yekofa free BWF Solicitors ene lawyer Eunice ena so yasene sania abribia ye no yawoda anopa no sise yebegya ahoma no atum ama ensem a lawyer aka ne nyina no nia wo hu asembisa nia wo hu adwendwen bi no na odiaba na lawyer asum na intentem na yede ama kai hu ni say enya nkrata sem no nko a na lawyer ebedi hu enkomo sebia ade biara efa mra ho se wo de ba na ye the lawyer's capacity a bepacho obetimi di nchirichirim ede amaw na bibia atoyi kama anopai ye number no 0208 133 4646 and that's 0208 133 1134 obetimi so ade afa ye WhatsApp line no so on 0777 1950989 na mediwo ama lawyer Eunice na onewu atumi adi nkomo mame ma lawyer Eunice entity sase mu ema me quick obi abo yo mate mesa abre aba lawyer ho na afi yahwe ekwanya ye de befa so onua me pa cho me ma wachi ama wakwa aba lawyer Eunice me pa cho otin nka
Pacho Derby.
Lawyer, any of my patron check him home, mammy. I hide you the muipa.
Because me won't cover me on a dear.
What in Memenka?
Yes.
On already a one tinninka.
Pacho Derby.
And the next time I was do about hand with Tinninka. You, I judge you, Casa, Nami is a lawyer, but yeah.
Yes, Prophet.
Okay, so see, I dare me say.
With a question, I mean, put some mammy. May you now, may worry May 2014. Now, before that, you ever worry no. Now, on our worry British me, only a guy our September 2013. And the makes me worry no 2014 May. Now, corporate or your nationality take. Now, all your ledger, BWF Solicitors, what this year, I'm the Maya follow. And I fully formed a military thing. It is a year and 3 September 2013, everything May 2014 as on a May warrant. Now, I speak now, Ben, and it's Italian. And it's near honor, though you are warrior, you know, Chroma or Red Bridge Council. But Omer Musana and the immigration state was another BDR at the time, 2013. It may pass your lawyer in it. Me person me who say from time of divorce British, in September 2013. Now, me worry May 2014. That gap now on it makes me affecting the nationality because yes, 10 years back now, I said, it be 2012, maybe 2022, it be that gap and it be a cost be ana. In patcho me the better soon
Okay, patcho you. Nti sɛ ɔsɛ nipa na ɔware no ɛyɛ British nia usually wohwɛ yɛ immigration rules na sɛ ɔware British nia the main reason na ɔmo de nkrata na ɛma and answer will leave to remain ɛma is because you are in a genuine relationship and answer subsisting relationship with obi a ɔyɛ British. Nti sɛ wone nipa no agyae na ebia wɔ 2.5 into divorce certificate nature say more divorce say let's say May 2013 but will leave to remain now wono ebewu December 2014 into from 2013 now also will divorce say no it means say na waware no ejai into even though your leave to remain is expiring in 2014 no you do not have a relationship with a British national. There's no genuine and subsisting relationship. And so from that time onwards, no, say nipa no crampo for a home office say on the way jaya, the home office would have immediately curtailed will leave, no, because of the fact say only sa nipa no any hobby. Into na omo aye provision no under ye immigration rules say bia Woni nipa no ejai because of domestic violence there and they over to me aje no indefinite leave because woni sa nipa no ejai and na say bia nipa kro no efrim nti because what 2.5 no based on wo partner no wo partner ewu a enye wo fault wo go through domestic violence a enye wo fault nti yama ho kwan say sa na esi dia and the over to me ayesa indefinite leave to remain but say when to me anya hwe between the 2013 na or divorce say any 2014 na nkrata ni wu ye na then that period in time no we can say that did not exist because she didn't have leave she didn't meet the requirements and therefore her leave at some point would have been curtailed. Into say okoye application for naturalization. Now we are saying say she has to have shown say she has 10 years ban no met and as satisfied that they will have to look from the time or sang ebe known to the Home Office to meet the requirements into ABA minim asitna on no what at the time, and I don't know what status you also have, but from the time obenya asitna or deetna ekrom hano, then they will look at that and see if she has met that 10-year ban requirements. No, and see, I want to know more as to when she got her indefinite leave, and I say when you also had your status, whether it was based on her or on only an status no based on the British Knuna or no. But on your indefinite no answer na or your divorce ne dia and there's no issue because when you're indefinite insist when you're indefinite no answer na our rejaya no eba dia then she is still known to have had indefinite up until time or by naturalization no into another sano from the time onya ne 2.5 to indefinite no cramp no wa 10 years no into she should be rest assured say over to me a naturalization application.
Yo, lawyer, yedawo asi anopai. Hello, me pacho, me mao action, emao akwaba, ebe jumadi isu.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to lawyer.
Good morning.
Pacho, what from Kwame? Yeah, but your lawyer, I sent from to the media channel. At what point now, yeah, okita, spousal visa 2.5 years, you know, or renew? Is it the point date no one card, no, another point of entry, no, or start 2.5 years and stuff? The reason I'm maybe said I'm questioning there, Mayor, Medineba 2020, but on the card, you know, now, may expiring in November 2022. But this should be a mean renew. There was a point of entry. You know, my baby says, you know, at what point may you be renew? The ancient card date, you know, another time or over in a young start 2.5 years in the counting trip.
Okay. And see, for those who are partners and not spouses, when you look at the decision making in terms of your partner route, which is Appendix FM of your immigration rules, almost says almost making decisions, almost my partner no leave to enter. Almost to me, I'm a nimpano 2 years and 9 months. And so they will give that person a vignette of 90 days, so on phone room. Now, oba a biometric card. And so they will have a total of 2 years, 9 months on their leave to enter. But so we share application for indefinite leave to remain as well. It says that as long as they are able to show that they have a qualifying period of at least 120 months, which is 5 years. And to say, oh, share time, I open say over to me, I application for the next leave to remain there. Then it can be any time where the 30 months has been met. And to say, when you're 2.5 months, now expiry date on the card is November, you can make the application anytime from when the 30 months has been met. Because, oh, share say, 30 months no aso, answer na wako your application for another 30 months. Senya ube to me aka say when you 120 months and I say when you 5 years answer na ukoye or indefinite, because there are times when people think say man chain ama card no embe woodia endie ebia na 5 years no enso answer na me to me I am indefinite leave to remain. But it's not the case. You can still make the application once you have clocked 30 months. At any point in time, yeah. So, when the second 2.5, not a 120 months, no, as swap at home, but leave no any she can make the application for indefinite. And she said, ne leave no the room, no, 2020 July. Now, by 2024 July, when you're 5 years, she can go and make the application for indefinite leave to remain.
Okay, and now wait, just a quick follow-up. Me back kakraba me the on me you know. Honestly 2.5 now. But me you know, Romano 28 months instead of 30 months, which we presume then obey them 2.5. Because no, I guess and July and whatever ended on date will say to me 31st December 2024. The calculator not 28 months on you 30 months. And also is there anything wrong?
No. It's in line with so it will be exactly at the point where the mother is going to do the application, then the child will also make the application at the same time. And see, what they do is that they make it in line with the person who has 2.5, so that when that person is applying again for the next 2.5, they can make the application with the child, and then they'll be granted the same leave as the parents.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's
Yo, Unia Yenso Yadawasi, and a pay a Radio International, and a pay your telephone line at ABI and our dear. emfa enkratasem ho enso ene mmara ene nam once ene mmara nam no de ene ye de wagura mmara ahemfie ewo 4th floor of Anna House eho ena ubehunu saa mmranimfo akukudam na wo ko Tottenham Seven Sisters High Road no so na wabehwehwe yen ewo ho 4th floor of Anna House eho ena obehunu BWF Solicitors babi o mutimi ne de enye yira kwan kura se sebi ye de ade achichiri wani kura obetimi anante akoho eye easy and simple me pa cho anopai free office line no sisi ya office line free na book appointment say even what fill documents no kura na wonye show a wo de fill na fabra ni nhwemu ma eye 0208 493 7340. Hello, me pa cho me mawachi ema wakwaba.
Hello, Prophet, good morning.
Good morning, odo yewu na mpa cho ho te sen.
Nyame adum no ho ye. Lawyer Eunice, good morning.
Lawyer Eunice, me pa cho ye chia.
Oh, me Joe, so sorry.
Oh, yeah. Me pa cho lawyer me pa cho me pese me ya application na me pese me hu no fee no price no. Omo ye enfra, omo ye under 18 na pese me hu price no say the application fee no for price no pese me.
So there be application na nkola na ye.
Me pa cho for supplement.
Enti they are making ho asem no because ebimu eye under 18 ebimu so eye more than 18 enti
Near wahin.
Me person idea or you under 18.
Yeah, enti usually fee na ye £2,404.
Oh, okay. Okay. 2,000, all right, okay. Me that.
Adena, okay, baby. Ade 2000 apem wana. Me pacho. My spirit in your view. Dabi, my spirit in your view. Spirit in the man son to cry, man in your view. Onyame behwe wati. Ai onyame behwe. Ensheda nyoku bebiri sa onyame behwe. Yo, odo nyame yishira. Adapai die 2000 no apemo ye ma me ne kire say break awabone ahomi awaje no ji onyame sane behwe enti me pacho se wo hwe na pressure na no odin a free number we 0208 493 7340 na kire say yedu agura 4th floor of Anna House oba lawyer Eunice, Uncle Ben, lawyer Richard ombehwe kama ama niema aye kama pa anopai wonso bra ahoma no so 0208 144 133 4646 me pacho fache me wati anopai me nyano muti ntima no fomfom 0208 133 4646 na me fa uma lawyer Eunice na ententem ensem bi e wo so ubisa no ubisa na ono so utumi yi ano edema kama lawyer me pa cho ma mentwi wa adwene ensam mesi ha na biebie mu kakra mayen na o ka 7 years ne 5 years enti se me ba no ma wo mu kurum ha and wadi 7 years a ekwaja wo se me di application etunu man for indefinite
As long as wa won wo krom ha no requirements ne say so wetumi a from the time now wo no say what's not a krom ha for that 7-year continuous period na case worker no a or application no ohun ne say akola no ontumi emfree a krom ha and then na obetumi aye application no for sa akola no to have indefinite leave to remain. But the only issue ne say so when to me and share a continuous 7-year period no from birth na akoye den kakra. But so e obi a wodi ne fifie e ba ye nti yan wono wo krom ha. Wa yan wono wo krom ha but we to me a share say wenya that 5 years qualifying period nti why year application no for stay 2.5 we nya over 5 years e wo krom ha in so no so akola under 18 but opese oye application no for indefinite leave to remain or no so sa no so ebetumi aye sa application no for indefinite leave to remain because we try sa 5-year qualifying period no and see that is the difference between akola ye wonu krom ha and akola yan wonu krom ha.
Okay, lawyer Gina Sumami mame me pa cho me ma wachi
Major also.
If I come with the glasses now, not some concern I'm putting it because I'm eating more concern. But I saw my family root, parent root, 7 years now. They're for the industry, they're for my next year. Now, me were Padani, you know, Bako 9 and a Bako was 7. As I'm Padani, you know, how can I want to come away from that master or what 7 years law residence? Put in here indefinite money. In the part of the question, you know, the first one. So, I want to one, so we indefinite the mamma, no, yeah. Some then I looked in the I read the son and I was routine group, mamma.
Okay. Pastor Chaso.
Ai mame kasa
No, not register or what no one have been to the no, the Bian and I'm patching to me, I know what takes the motor crap.
Is it and the no man years so also when you're indefinite now all register on what obey me then.
Now me register more as British sons and no one have been to the and I say, or me yes, 7 years, move my own, no more than this year. Some Ben will look to me after this year.
Oh, okay. So in terms of the first question, no, say akolana wa wo no krom ha, wait to me actually say, sa akole ebia baku ebia 7. Onyan di 7 dia and dia unfortunately almost to me man in Patch way 7.
Well, you have 7 about so
9, okay. Okay. It's 7 nimpa na we 9 ni na. So we to me actually say omo krom ha nti omo be certificate na we to me actually say omo tna e krom ha continuously for at least 7 years after omo no dia. Then omo ni na no ebenya indefinite because your application for one kasa indefinite in some nano so ebe to me enya omo indefinite no to say one kasa. Then in terms of the application for naturalization and I say registration because in Kolano there a registration. Now me pese me can no be at the end but say ya would be not ye can ho asem. So the application for Obia Abia with this 7 and I say when you're under the age of 10 because you know you says akola ye won okrom ha na odi 10 years no way to me I application for registration as a child because what's not a krom ha for the first 10 years of their life but say akola no ye under the age of 10 na ebia ne mame and asa ne papa enya settlement e wo krom ha ono so sa no so you bet to me I register no as British under your section 1 because ne mame and asa ne papa no in your settlement. Inti enono sa no say o register na wo ka say because me your settlement ninti me register me ba no so as obia or your British. Say ebia one person obey with naturalization o person we am in Kolano Nkwano. Almost the new guidance about for children making applications for registration as British citizens. In say enono sano, as long as you can show say in Kolano, almost settlement, and there is no need where the Kolano would have to leave the UK. In say the child has also resided in the UK for at least 2 years. In say Sakole Ebian indefinite. Watna ha legally for at least 2 years. Sa akola no yebetumi a register no under your section 3.1 as obi a opese oye British. Inti there isn't that requirement say akwala ne mami anase ne papa no say unya British citizenship and sana we are register akwala no. Say wo mami wo indefinite na akwala no nso sa no we nya indefinite. We tumi atena ha for 2 years then that child can be registered as British under your section 3.1 of the British Nationality Act 1981. And also ewo hosa we to me aye omo application for naturalization and answer registration without wa o ye penimu no ye wode no.
Me pacho lawyer Matia na ma se me no say wo ye akora pa so 7 years no. Na ya ma ni definitely no. Come then, obedi how many years and come.
As soon as some woman indefinite no bet to me aye application no. One thing about home office no say on to me into your fees na so to me say we sika na wo no endru sa sika na almost because omo fee waiver guidance say so to me say you cannot afford home office fees no whether it is indefinite application and answer a naturalization application and answer registration for nkola no you have to be able to show say almost share accounts ni na and answer almost share accounts no of the household into the one our partner there they want to know the accounts within the household and whether obiwe to me etua sa fees no ama nkola no if you do not have the means to pay for sa fee na then you can apply for fee waiver and sana 1 year registration no. Yo, and that's it. Bye.
Bye, Mami, Yami Israel. Hello, me pacho, me mawachi, ema wakwaba, eba, your program is so anopay.
Oh, perfect, you show. I'm a lawyer, so.
Me so.
Yo, lawyer, so, edu, so, mananko.
Yo, my I'm taking this lawyer, I'm here, my child, I can't frame or. Lawyer, a woman, you know, fear. My 17, my 4 to so 12 years. This is so, to make it, I know, 2.5. 2.5, no. And then years so, at that benefit, so, not the rest of credit, so, expect a day or you know, ever. We didn't go more, it's, you know, Mano, after me, I am Guarano, you know, few because of, you know, the application, you know, under few. We prefer lawyer to me, no, he say, the quality of one,
Pacho, was it not in a day?
After trying 2.5.
Okay, until we leave to remain. So we leave to remain also. Now, catch home of himself, over so confirm color to ever. Since at least almost fee waiver for entry clearance applications also so. Since the watch room say, Sikana Obetia, which is application fee, any IHS no. One shada any Sikana Odebetia fees no. Almost for fees nenchawa. Obey a fee waiver application no. And with fee waiver application no, it is about whether was Sikana and answer only Sikana or Debetia. So fee waiver application na omoba requested wo bank statements ni na savings wona wo yere mo accounts ni na se nkola no so wo accounts a omoba reserve for accounts ni na wo efie honom to be able to show say for the applications am person mo ye no enya ade am betumi etia eno no ka say mo betumi etua ama baako but muntumi entua emma baako dia and there so we fee waiver application na on be ka chew say tua ma we na yen so yen waive fee no emma baako no so it is to do with whether you can afford home office any IHS fees no and now say you cannot say you are somebody who is shall I say not able to meet your essential needs into ABA baby amodano crampo no a temporary accommodation musika na moje mu universal credit na moje no without no crampo no you will not be able to meet your essential needs into inyama to say aduane transportation electricity water bill sa inyama we ni na essential needs into say when nya sa universal credit ne dia ende nanka munnim say a mo betumi a survive krom ha into they look at all of that and then they decide say okay say sa na etie dia and they able to me ama of fee waiver but kai say okay application no so there is the maintenance requirements as a will meet it into when we say almost share mu income now mo munya na ebetumi ahwe nkola na mo ha ene nkola na eba no so ana and also a separate issue from the fee waiver but so person your fee waiver for entry clearance and also ewo hosa into yes they will now allow fee waiver applications for entry clearance yeah
okay and on the guy say no na me person me who share bibi sa wo a betimi aya na maintenance requirements mo when we shall say that na me yere e fika bu mo a 1000 8,006 I don't know which me see maintenance requirements na the sign ewo under universal credit na
and no sa no na so wo hwe say ebia me yi me rent efrim ene me council tax na me hwe nkola me wo nti ebia me rent 600 and na 800 na ka 1000 nti nkola me wo no ebia me wo akola ba ko wo ha me kofa nkola 2 every family bia no almost shown as say ye ma income support rate to a family na ye hwe nkola omo wo na akola ba ko bia benya £66.80 into say £66.80 no every week bia ye de mema aksa akola ne ba ko into say awofo mienu na omotifie honom so a ye bema sa awofo mienu no £117 I think 40 and I said 20 a week into na say we calculate sa income support rate no now they share say me sika na me say me gen every month say me yi me rent ni free ma sa sika we £117 plus the £66.80 for each child no me sika no be so ana into no na ye calculation na say we ye no to see say £1,000 na e be so ana say enso
okay that's a no me come on office no me come on right
yo ohene yada wasi onso onyame enka ho anapa ye wo hwe wo time na eye 1 minute past 11 na jumadie no eha ela ebepie na tiku ne yade asi na osofo matimi di nyamsem kakra atwa wo so na afi makobo aboa me ho na anwumri ye hia for sorry anapa yemfa asidakase emma asafo awurade na yemfa ne etoa so emma lawyer Eunice se watimi anya emere na wabekirikire nioma mu na afi odi enchirichirimu abre won a watimi afre ni nyina onyame nhyira BWF Solicitors for se omotimi yawoda bia yetu yenza froma omotimi ba na omobetena fidie so edi emransem no ebekirikire se ne be ya yenso ebeda ye so afi mamenko bisa lawyer Eunice no fa nanum asem a etwato korakora emre na fi yimfri eha enko lawyer me pa cho fo nanum asem etwato bre na enko
Obi ebisa asem on Facebook. Ma me read the question quickly na me ya no na at least omo who say ma try. It's Teofila say, good morning, please. I am British and married in the UK, and my wife is on the spousal route. I went to Ghana and impregnated someone. Can I apply for a British passport straight away for the child in Ghana? Inti so we are British na o naturalize e wo krom ha. Inti bia o mama ne wo papa o ye British. Inti wo na wo be ye British no. It is because bia go through the registration and I say you went through naturalization and sana will be a British. Then you are saying say because of the fact say wako outside of the UK ninti wobana wawono no under your section 2 of the British Nationality Act no sa akola na wawono outside of the UK no or automatically British because wo papa no British and sana wo akola no. There was a case one time I was dealing with a case where nipa na onino kowo ye no na ono so aware inti passport office ne back to say sa nipa na wo say woni na wo no ono so aware inti akola no enye wo dia ye nipa na aware ne ba inti yentumi ma akola no British passport no inti at that point in time, no, they said, there are other routes that Colano able to me a register. And say, yeah, case mama no, now I will be for there. And they able to me a registration no for a Colano, even though I name mama our will be for no, because a Colane papa a dear, yeah, case wo UK Chrome Haniti. Say you register a Colano, no money. Omuma akolano certificate answer na akolano to me I am a British passport. And see where the process would have been simple for him to do British passport application no na akodane registration and sana why British passport. But say ojidi say akolano ne dia no ne mame owo Ghana no on worry obi and see over to me I passport application no ama sa akolano. But he's also saying that he himself is also married as well. So I think say it is just better to do the registration no on the form UKF na why passport application na ama akolano later.
And yeah, I say when the ubi kunu ako wari ubi yere and ubi yere nso abe wari ubi kunu. Interest lawyer edi asem kesi aba. Mame fa nipa ya waba ahoma isuma as your last caller na into America enko yanim. Okay you want me angina so lawyer. Enti fa wonsema itwa to obre anopai na kai na fire address ne ye telephone numbers no etudwa na yenko.
Pacho yo me da still be brave. Inti end discussion na efa nkola ene nkofo a omoda your private life route no so ene say a omo betumi aye application no for indefinite leave to remain. Inti ya ka anono ensem bebre and na me catch lady na offer say opese here registration emma nimba no say who say obey 1 year and I said 2 years after Nkolano enya omo indefinite no to make the application. Say ube to me actually say Nkolano omo enya omo indefinite leave to remain ewo krom ha na ebia wo chere say at least Nkolano so omo atna ekrom ha legally for 2 years. Inti legal na and no chere say ebia before Nkolano ebenya omo indefinite no na omo 2.5 nibi and I say wo application no whilst you were doing their indefinite into abia because no mo need 2.5 omo koye indefinite straight away into indefinite na omo akoye no so omo nya for that 2 years and sana omo yes registration application And so it depends on whether normal will leave and sana omo koya indefinite. And I say omo kunya indefinite no and sana omo pese omo year registration no. And so as long as they can show that 2-year requirement no, then they can go ahead and then make the application for registration as a child under the age of 18. Omo pese Secretary of State ede sa British citizenship no so Emma omo. Nti se wo mame anase papa when you indefinite na akola no so you indefinite na watna have for that 2-year period ne dia ono so sa no so ebe to me aye application for registration. Se o mame anase o papa empese omo be naturalization na enkola no ebe to me aye naturalization application no on their own, and they can also make application for fee waiver. Mame no anasa papa no chere say omu ni sika na omu be de ebe to me etua ama home office no. Currently no fee for registration is £1,012. Inti sa 1,012 no say oye ama nkola 3 anasa nkola 2 na ohwe wusika woje ene bill sa ese utua no enya ade a wobenya sasika no ede etua fees no na ese wo kire home office say wo bank statements ni nani for the 6 months na omo request no enya ade a wobetumi enya sika no ede etua into omo waive fee no emma nkola no omo behwe say wo mame no so wo pese wo ye wo naturalization application with nkola no so a na and also no it is a case by case basis omo behwe senya omo tumi ebe waive fee no ama wo mame no ene nkola no so all together. Inti when it comes to fee waiver applications no, since May no, they have made it across board from entry clearance applications to further leave to remain applications to even children registration cases. And see at least say o chere omo say woni sasika ne dia and dia omo betumi aye sa application no amount. Prophet mamenja no ha this is the last, should I say, Thursday of the month. Into as the saying goes, it is not necessarily to say goodbye, but I also wanted to also say this is also a month that we are celebrating a penny Mr. Bernardo Wusu. He has been a fortitude in this business, and I say in this area for a very long time. Into BWF Solicitors no nenkyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛne nyɛma wakyerɛ yɛ nyinaa no ebi mu krampo akɔbie ɔmo ankasa ɔmo deɛ or advise most lawyers any barristers krampo in regards to yembra, and especially when it comes to Ghanaian customary marriages. And in Kofa we share senya what impacted on my life because of the fact that we nya nkrata ama omo, and also the fact that sometimes the goodwill of just doing the applications for free on Sikabia, and the people keep coming back and coming back because omuhun say papa we aye nyema bebre amaye into say all the 30 years in this legal field dia na nyame adomara kwa intina with me edru sa 30 years in this legal field. 30 years is not easy. Should I say legal career na say nyema they can't say for sure said they have been able to make a difference in legal field and I say nkrofo lives. Into say share na yehu say nkrofo eda so ehu say papa we waboa me pa papa we enye ono ananka menje me nkrata enye papa we oboa me a nanka me ni bebi a meda anansa me ni bebi a meko. Inti it is all testament to Inyema and also Aye. And so we are also celebrating 30 years of God's goodness and His favor upon His life. And also Edi Eshira Yenina. It's the prophets. Mamenja no ha na next week ya sign Asia view.
Now, me pacho, in this case of celebration, you be the animal.
It's a prophet. Every Friday, yeah, journey. It's so over say, join India, and then this is special invite for Friday lunch.
Every Friday, yeah, Diani.
Pachai.
Laya, okay. Ubia buku atuo, ubia kote ticket. One for application makura. Friday be Diani be Friday. Obese that time book be a no motu no abet na ho because uncle say you can't draw so die. So be application only application. Friday be Diani ho until the bra oba ube di diano. Yeda wase. Anya kai na hunu say BWF Solicitors ube hu ye 4th floor of Anna House. The address no 4th floor of Anna House. Number 214 to 218 High Road, 7 Sisters. Me pacho London N154NP. That is N154NP. Your telephone number 0208 937 340. And an emergency number no Uncle Ben 077 127 61884. And lawyer Eunice 075 35 81 3910. And lawyer Richard 079 60 20 1500. Unyame enshira bacho me you afide din free ha me so me di nyame asem kakra ebebreo enti by 11:50 there na odifo me bu me ketem afri ha unyame enka ho papa
ye fema ye wo London ya ji abasobodie bebre ne ya redare ewo mranse mu eye legal services be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. What BWF yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na yebo nso nyedin kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kra won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eye abofrahwe mu awarja ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso ye child care any family team no nim nia wo famu eweni ye wo brei mu enu ntine ye to ye mbo ase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu ye senior partner ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje wo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra wope advice ewo immigration sensem ho wo BWF Solicitors de ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration work permit student visa ho totoye any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner a member na wasan ginatum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wunni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa nonkron pe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm. Na memene dan so appointment nkoa free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 7 Sisters Underground nso a eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office, ni solicitors bebre efa Ghanaian law ho yi na osan yo bia otai kasa ewo radio any TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.